What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. What? He doing Scarlet and Violet content when Tears of the Kingdom's getting ready to come out? Yes, I gotta keep my Pokemon fans happy. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's not a whole lot to eat when it comes to Pokemon news, we still gotta eat something. Okay? Alright, you know what I'm saying? I think I might have one Tears of the Kingdom video to come out, even though with all the leaks that have come out, I mean, it's kind of weird to do like a wish list or like a theory video or anything, because all the information's out there. I just haven't looked at it yet. But it is what it is, though. So today we got some pretty interesting stuff. We got Centro talking about possible Pokemon Home information. We have some interesting developments from Riddler Khu. He's posted what appears to be possibly a time machine. We're going to get into that. Maybe that's about trading. It could be about home. It could be about something else that involves the DLC. We're going to talk about all of that today and a little bit more. Of course, you want to continue getting videos like this from me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button. Do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. As well as follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. So you will always be notified whenever I drop a video on any of my channels. This one or my second channel, the Loot Box Hero, where I'm about to put some content on there. While I have a little gap between now and Tears of the Kingdom, about to drop some stuff over there too. So look alive, because content is coming your way. So what we talk about today here, we have Central Pokemon Leaks basically drops this little tidbit. He says, oh boy, well, what I can say for now is that Home Update is now in the final testing. And now in final testing and will release in the next few weeks. We got some information, but we are analyzing the data and will come back with our findings. It will be some days probably, so be patient. This was back on the 3rd, so it's like the 8th now, so it's been about 5 days. We haven't really heard anything, with the exception of Riddler Khu. So Riddler Khu drops. He says, well, before Centro dropped his post, Q said, "Time to go back home, guys." In the thread, people are like you know, Lumino's post comes up and he's like traveling back in time to them PLA hype days. Those were so good. And to be honest, he's not wrong. Like, Lumino's post is not wrong. And Soul Silver Art chimes in the best. You know what I'm saying? I honestly have to say Legends Arceus was probably the most fun I've had covering Pokemon in a long time. Like, it was definitely fun. Like, the theories on what the story was gonna be, all the fake leaks. I created Fake Leak Theater during that era, and Fake Leak Theater has probably been one of the most fun shows for me to actually do on this channel, and I want to start doing it again once, you know, we get out of the Legends RC, the Tears of the Kingdom phase. And then of course Anglo LX, Anago LX chimes in and he says, time travel, Legends Celebi. Now this could be interesting. I don't think they would announce the game this way. You know what I'm saying? Because home, if he says time to go home, it would be more like Kanto, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think this is about a brand new game specifically. But if they were to do a Legend Celebi, I'll be all for that. Because that would be the only region I would really want to go back to now. And especially if they did it like that. Because Kanto Johto had a lot of Japanese references in it. It's very Japanese themed. So I would love to go back to Johto. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool. But I don't think that's what he was talking about, though. So then he posts 19. So then everybody's thinking, okay, well, what does the 19 mean? You know what I'm saying? So then, of course, somebody pops in and says 19 type confirmed. Now, I know I've said it about 1,000 times on this channel. They are not going to do another new type of Pokemon. Would it be interesting if they did a new type? Yes. But the only reason why they do types of Pokemon, like brand new types, is to balance out the game in some way. You know, like Dark was put in the game in Generation 2 to balance out Psychic, because Psychic was really powerful. Fairy was introduced in generation 7 to balance out Dragon, because Dragon had been broken the entire freaking time Pokemon has been a thing. And they waited till generation 7 to address this. But I don't think that there's nothing that I know of off the top of my head that would really require getting nerfed or buffed or whatever, you know. So I don't know if they're gonna do that either. So then we have the big post, the biggest post, the most interesting post in here was Riddler Khu posted this machine. So everybody speculated about this. So of course you had, is this a hint to the PK Hex mechanic in the DLC? And PK Hex is basically where you can kind of create your own Pokemon for competitive battling. Kind of like how you do it in Showdown, if you play Pokemon Showdown, where you kind of like create your Pokemon. Like you pick a Pokemon and you create get a stat spread for them, a move spread, and all that kind of stuff. You do all that kind of stuff there so you can use it in Showdown. And there was a rumor, like probably last year sometime, that we were supposed to get that mechanic in the DLC, so you can kind of like create your own competitive Pokemon. I don't know if it's on the fly or would require items or something, but something like that. Do I think that's what this is? No. I don't think that's it. So another person in there posted this picture of the Go Transporter, which is basically an item that allows you to transport things from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home. And so that this will be a reference to Pokemon Home, which is interesting. That's probably what this is. This and the 19 are probably both references to Pokemon Home information. Like, you know, the 19 is probably that, you know, Pokemon Home information is going to drop on May 19th. Personally, I don't think that's the case. I think that if we're going to get something, it's going to be closer to June. Again, I don't have any inside sources. That is a theory. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I think it will be closer to June, because more than likely Nintendo is going to do an event in June, either early June or maybe late June. Because my theory is that they're going to announce something big in June, like maybe a new console or something to that, maybe a hint at a new console. And then everything will be revealed in September at Nintendo Live. So usually when Nintendo's getting ready to do a big event, Pokemon does something right before, because of course they want to be connected to it, but they also want to be their own thing. So I'm not saying there's going to be a Pokemon Presents, but it's a possibility. What is this time machine? So in the game, in the Generation 2 games, this time machine is actually a machine that allows you to trade between Generation 1 and Generation 2. So this way you can trade Pokemon up from Red, Blue, Yellow to Gold, Silver, and possibly Crystal. And you can trade Pokemon back, but they can't have new moves, they can't be new Pokemon, they can't be eggs, they can't have mail. Basically anything that's in Generation 2, you can't send it to Generation 1 because it's not in those games. But you can send those Pokemon back. So if you've got like a Bellsprout that you caught in the Sprout Tower, you could send that back to Generation 1 as long as it doesn't have any new moves and it doesn't have any mail and it's not an egg. So that's what this device does in game. So maybe the reason he posted this was because you could do this between, say, Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield. Or maybe you'll be able to do this between Scarlet and Violet and Legends Arceus. Or all three, you know what I'm saying? Maybe this will be a way, you know, a feature in the DLC or either in Pokemon Home that allows you to send all these Pokemon to Scarlet and Violet. The bigger thing could be that if there is a theoretical event on the 19th, they could announce that Pokemon are, that the old school Pokemon games are coming to Nintendo Switch Online. I know we've said this 1,000 times, but I think it's going to happen. Again, I'm not saying it is, but I think it's possible. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it does happen, it would actually be pretty cool if there was a device that allows you to send your Generation 1 Pokemon or Generation 2 Pokemon to Home and then to Scarlet and Violet, or straight to Scarlet and Violet. You know what I'm saying? That would be interesting. All right, because that would be something that would actually get me to want to play Kanto again. To get to like to redo my old school team, my first Pokemon team ever, and then send them to Scarlet and Violet. I would do that. All right, put the games on Nintendo Online, and then use this. Yeah, that would be awesome. Now the last theory, this is an absolute theory. All right, so this is based on no information that I have. This could be a possibility. This could possibly This could possibly be a way to send Pokemon from a current version of Scarlet and Violet to a possible new version of Scarlet and Violet. Let me explain. So in the last video I did for Pokemon, I talked about how they updated all of the sprites, all of the new Pokemon animations have been updated to 60 frames per second, like I think it was 1080p or something to that extent. They've been updated to current standards, essentially. And so, of course, Centro was like, oh, well, you know, these will be on the next generation Switch for new Pokemon games. What if they decided to do a new version of Scarlet and Violet that's kind of like got the DLC in it, and it's new and improved, and it's graphically improved, and it's finished? You know what I'm saying? Unlike the current version of Scarlet and Violet. You know what I'm saying? What if they did that, and this machine allows you to send Pokemon to that new version? It updated their animations and everything, allowed you to send them over. You know what I'm saying? That would be pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they would do that, because I think from a PR perspective, it would be kind of bad. Because, I mean, they haven't even really finished fixing this version of Scarlet and Violet, and then they turn around and release a brand new and improved version. That's gonna piss people off. So, that's about it for this. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do. And keep it real.